Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed? Welcome to the 4th of July episode, everyone.
Let's go.
How we doing, guys?
Man.
Gals out there.
How are you doing? You good?
Welcome back to the Baseball Central podcast, guys. I'm Ryan, TJ here again. 4th of July episode, our 4th episode here on YouTube. We're enjoying having a little bit of time talking baseball. Any and everything baseball is what this show is about. So tonight, we got tons of fun stuff to talk about. We're going to get right into it. So, TJ,
yeah, buddy.
Start us off with what you think we should be talking about.
Well,
right
the
now.
first thing we want to just touch on is, can we talk about Shohei Ohtani?
Yes.
Can we?
Yes, we would. I'd
And
love to.
can we talk about how he's dominating on both sides of the game?
It's
I mean,
fun to
when
watch.
I say dominating, I mean like he's offensively he's dominating. He's got 28 bombs. I think he's still doing pretty well on the mound.
Yeah.
But just to have the opportunity to do both in this day and age, I think is something special, and it's very unheard of. And I think it's awesome that the Angels took a chance and they're like, no, we're gonna let him do it because over in Japan, I think it's like. I think that probably is more. I think it probably happens more often than none.
Oh, absolutely.
But what do you think? I mean, talk like.
I think it's one of the coolest subjects in baseball to talk about right now because there's so many young players right now that we coach that are still pitching and hitting. So for them to see a big guy like this doing it, it's really fun for all of us as coaches. Like, it's really the Babe Ruth of baseball, and it's at a special level. Man, it's like I don't know if you've seen this dude's arms with his shirt cut off. Man, I didn't know he was this 6'6"
He looks
avatar.
so yoked right now.
Yeah, he's huge. Like, let's just put. I'm hearing stories actually from Angels strength conditioning guys that he moves better at 6'6" than some of the other speedsters on their team. And at his size, that's like so scary to think that he's that quick and agile and that strong.
Yeah.
Speed and power, like a lot of people we've seen for how many years in baseball, has been the key to a lot of big contracts. Mike Trout, Barry Bonds, those, Alex Rodriguez.
Absolutely.
Those kind of guys. Speed and power is hard to find, and Ohtani has it. So
it's yeah. So that's basically being a two-way player in the major leagues is few and far between. Like you said, it happens more often. I mean, in high school, where I'm from, in Colorado, it's like that was like I pitched in high school.
all the studs do
and
that.
so. That was just kind of the norm, and then when I moved out here to California and I had some lessons or whatever, I'm working with people. They're like, "Well, I'm a PO." And I said, "Can we talk about this?" I'm like, "What's a PO?" And they're like, "Well, that's pitcher only." I'm like,
Parole officer?
I'm like, what? I'm like, PO? Okay, pitcher. I was like, "What do you mean, pitcher? You just pitch? Like that's so weird." I didn't know that. Is this a college? It didn't make sense, and so. I get it that there's bigger programs and there are a lot of kids that go to these bigger high school programs, and so maybe they are just more pitcher specific, and so I get that. But the one guy that I wanted to touch on real quick was Quinn Brody, because Quinn he could pitch and he could hit in high school, and so Stanford gave him the opportunity to do both, and he got to hit and play position, and then also got to pitch. Now, obviously, he's just a position player, an outfielder with the Mets organization, but just very cool though to get the opportunity to do both. I think it's special.
Oh yeah. On the topic of Ohtani, we want to jump into the 4th of July. It's coming up on the All-Star weekend here for Major League Baseball, so we're very excited to talk about the Home Run Derby, him being in it. There was a guy, for many years that I loved watching his Home Run Derbies, Josh Hamilton. He was great.
So good.
Also happening on the 4th of July, very special news that we want to bring to you, TJ. Maybe you want to let them know about our excuses here.
So you guys have seen some of our excuses, none merch. Just here's a new hat that we'll be dropping here shortly, actually today on 4th of July. So if you guys have seen some stuff that you're interested in, or you want to check out some gear that will be available today or tonight, check out Excuses None on Shopify. I will make sure I add the link, but that's dropping, so you can get all kinds of fun stuff, a lot of one-of-one stuff, very small batch orders.
4th of July weekend is going to be a big weekend for a lot of people.
Weekend.
Big weekend for us. We just have our 4th show coming up here, and we just love sharing our time with you guys. So check it out. Excuses None, 4th of July launch. Online store, Shopify, Instagram, Excuses None.
Yep.
DM if you have any questions. We would love to talk to you guys and hear more about it. Okay?
Absolutely.
We love gear on this show. We love so much material stuff being ball players. We shouted out bats last time, but we want to talk about what it takes for grip strength And I'm gonna let CJ kind of segue into what we're talking
Well,
here.
besides these, which I over time have built.
This guy can play though. This guy can play. Don't let forearms deceive you.
Forearms,
He's
you know,
strong.
but
Very
hand
strong.
strength, wrist, forearms, that's baseball stuff. But
It is.
you know, a lot of guys will use batting gloves. I was a batting glove guy for the majority of my career. Obviously, when I'm doing lessons or just hitting for fun, I don't put them on.
Sure.
But I felt like I needed batting gloves when I played. I just felt more comfortable. It was like a part of just that whole the fight.
It was
you know?
it was the completion of your uniform and
Yeah.
your hitting materials.
Yeah.
It was the completion of like everything. Having those was completion.
So there's been a lot of batting gloves that have been around for a while. There's some new ones. There's some staples. The first and foremost for me that I love that I used throughout my entire career were Franklin's, and Franklin's been around forever. I want to say from the early '80s and then till now. But the one interesting thing about Franklin is that there's no one that is under contract by Franklin.
Really?
Believe that. There's guys that swing it. There's guys that get Franklins, but they don't have contracts. That's the one thing I remember, because I've talked to the Franklin rep, and they're like, we don't pay anybody.
Sure.
Everyone uses them, and maybe they get some.
Yeah,
but
that's
no
how
one
it
has
works.
contracts. No one makes any money from Franklin.
Right.
So
I was gonna say I signed to use them. I told them I would use just their batting gloves. They don't give you money,
They don't
but
give
they
you money.
give you a ton
I'm
of
sure
free
yeah.
product. It's well worth signing with these guys though.
These smell like old school.
Well,
so
they got hits in them. That's why
they got some hits in them. Not
They
a
got
lot.
hits in
Not
them.
a lot of hits, but they got some. So these are my Detroit Tigers Franklin batting gloves. It's so cool. Check these out. I mean, it's just, and even like, what does this say? Diamond Collection.
Ooh.
Look at that. They don't
Rare
say
90s
they don't
vintage.
say this anymore. There's the MLB logo's not on these.
That is a thinner pair that is more flexible on the backside.
But look at
Man, they're
there's
good.
no holes. I want to say, I mean, the Cabretta leather it was different back then.
Yeah.
I've used these for a whole season probably.
Oh, I can't believe a whole season.
And so
that's incredible.
Franklin's are amazing. They make youth gloves. This is a pair that I want to highlight, Easton. It looks like it's gotten a couple holes in it, but this is actually Scott Heineman's custom pair of Easton batting gloves. You can see it's got the SH 16 on it. Oh, look at this. And there's a 16 on this.
Oh, wow.
Oops. Hey.
Iconic.
So Easton makes a nice glove.
I see the SH16. in
Yeah,
there. Nice.
you know, and then
It's a custom
I have
piece.
some Nikes here. They've got some pretty decent youth gloves here. This is a pair that I use. I was a guy that loved, I don't know about you, Ryan, but I want mine to fit like this.
Yeah.
Like a freaking
Like the OJ, like the OJ club. Like the OJ club.
Or it's like those, like the surgical gloves, like snap, and then I want mine like second skin. I don't want like loosey goosey.
No.
The crazy thing about Franklin's were, how did they fit on your hand?
I had to get them a
What'd
little
you
small.
wear,
They were
Franklin's?
like kind of wide in the finger and wide in the palm.
Franklin's were?
Yeah, so like they were made in almost like a wider sense. I'd get them a little smaller so they'd fit pretty good. I had a set of Reeboks one year when I was sponsored by Reebok that was actually tighter, smoother, vents on the back were cleaner, looked cooler. Those were some of the nicest ones I've ever had, and I actually rocked those in a bigger size because they were so cleanly cut.
Yeah.
Mizuno had those really thin ones as well.
Remember the Mizuno, the Ricky Hendersons,
Yeah.
with the little highlighter green, yellow,
Yeah.
with the pads?
Yep.
Those were sick.
The new guys nowadays, they're swinging these like lizard skin ones that I see they have
Yeah.
pads on the back of the hand. Might be good if you get hit in the hand, to wear.
How about the cool story about Bruce Bolt?
Never heard of them.
Bruce Bolt is it Bruce Bolt? Yeah, Bruce Bolt. It's the kid who designed them. He's like a high school kid or younger, designed these batting gloves. It's really nice Cabretta leather. They've got either like the wrist strap ones, which is a little extreme for me. I didn't like that. But he made these really nice batting gloves, and they're like taking off.
SSK is another brand that I would always suggest.
Saranac, old school.
Yeah.
Do you remember Saranac? But then I used to do this. And
Spalding was an old one.
I used to roll them up
Newman.
like this.
Newman leather football
Newman,
gloves.
and go like that. Look
Oh,
at
that's
that.
the
So
Dion,
you,
bro.
So you have wrist movement. Some people do that.
That's the Dion
I
Sanders.
didn't like my wrist to be too restricted. constricted?
Both.
Both of them?
Yeah, restricted, constricted.
Both of them.
It's good. It works. It works.
But batting gloves, I mean, you know, I think there's so many out there. But listen, on batting gloves, this is the saying for me: you pay for what you get. So if you're going to spend $50, they're going to be good. If you buy a $19 pair of batting gloves, it's probably made out of pleather.
Yeah,
right?
I would. Honestly, I've never loved Nike batting gloves. I love the look of them. They'll last for a week for me. I'll burn through them. But a pair of Mike Trouts for $30 that I bought recently and used in adult league baseball actually were the best $30 pair of gloves.
Only $30?
Only $30, and they were actually surprisingly
good.
really good. Yeah, I think Mike Trout doesn't want to like burn a hole in your pocket, he's a good dude. Good for him.
Okay, cool.
We want to talk about some.
So you were talking about Dion did that, right?
Yeah, Dion did the wrist thing, and then I also have a pair of Nike batting gloves given to me from Delman Young that had Gary Sheffield. They said Chef 11 on the wrist. Those are probably the coolest batting gloves that I own.
Dion, though. Dion, two-way.
Yeah, Dion. Let's talk about some multi-sport athletes on this show. Are you a multi-sport athlete? Because we were.
Yeah.
I mean, if
100%.
you're not, that's totally okay if you're just a single sport athlete as well. We care about you too.
Sure.
And people who are non-athletes, we care about you as well. It's the 4th of July weekend, and us as Americans and all of us, we should be excited to be around each other and have fun again, okay?
Absolutely.
So we're going to talk about some people who are specially gifted. TJ, who is one of your most favorite all-time multi-sport athletes?
Come on.
Who's the guy you
Come on. If you don't know by now, Beau Jackson is by far my most favorite athlete of all time.
Wow.
For more reasons than one. Two.
Guy's a stud.
But no, I mean, the epitome of just power and excitement and, regardless of his numbers being quasi mediocre. I mean, in some some respect, as far as like baseball, football, he was. I think football was probably his number one. Baseball, he was just so talented. He just was so strong and got away with a lot.
He was one of the most raw players I've ever seen. Play at such a high level. In baseball, as players, we refine our craft for years to just be good at it enough to get a chance. This man was just going to walk out on the field and throw the ball from the wall, run faster than anyone else, and hit the ball farther than anyone else. And he didn't need a lot for training. No. This man just needed to step out there. No. That's how special that was.
Yeah, he ran up the outfield wall.
Great, and he worked hard.
I remember the story about when he shows up somewhere to a team, and someone's talking like, "Hey man, you want to race? Yeah, let's race, man." And he's like, "Okay, cool. You can wear your spikes, and I'm gonna run barefooted. You go ahead and use them cheaty spikes, them ground grabbers, and I'm gonna run barefoot, and I'll still kick your ass." Smoked him. So I mean, Beau Jackson was amazing. Heath, our boy, my best friend Heath, he loved Deion Sanders. Deion had a little bit more flair. Super talented as well.
That's my guy. Primetime was my guy. For
funny story about Deion too, real quick. That in minor league ball, I remember my dad said, he went out to center field the day they left. Went out to center field, dug a hole in center field, and left a money sign like chain or medallion. Left the money sign in center field and bounced, dude. Like he was already like way ahead of what prime time. He's prime time.
He's like an original drip god, really.
He was, drip god too, because he had the freaking Soul Glow click, like just drip.
He actually said it was dry, not wet, though.
Really?
He posted on Instagram. He's like, "That's a dry Jerry Curl, not a wet one," because he was getting some All-American
it might have been dry, but it sure was wet.
Yeah, it
was dripping. What about some other people that talk about multi-sport? Dave Winfield, right?
What a monster! Dude, holy cow!
Dave Winfield, drafted in all three sports: football, baseball, basketball. Professionally, and just the only person to ever have been
all three sports. I believe drafted in all three sports. Yes, and don't clarify us. I don't think it's first round selections. I believe 2 out of the 3 were
right, but
I believe either basketball, baseball, or football, and one of those. Obviously, baseball was the first round pick. He was the first pick. Yeah.
So. Jackie Robinson, 4-sport athlete in college. 4-sport.
Fourth episode, 4th of July. 42?
4 times 4 is 16.
This is some advanced. This is majestic. It's really advanced mathematics.
Majestic? I'm wearing. What?
It's on your sleeve.
I'm wearing majestic. Oh my god, dude! Is this happening the way it's supposed to happen?
It's ancient math that I've studied on TikTok. So that's all I know.
Give it up to Brian Jordan, Danny
What a star
Ainge.
he was. Yeah, Danny Ainge. Holy cow.
No one ever knew. Johnny Elway. John Elway was drafted by the Yankees, right?
Yes, he was an animal on the diamond.
You know, so there's Russell Wilson, some of these newer guys.
That's a good guy to like.
It says a lot about just what you can do and how versatile you can be. But Ryan and I were talking about, so Tracy McGrady came in here, NBA All-Star, to Baseball Central not too long ago, you know, like a handful of years, and this is when he decided to maybe try baseball. And I don't think he was pitching. I think he tried to pitch, but I think he was in here hitting or not hitting, for that matter.
Yeah.
He wasn't that great. And the thing about, and this is kind of to be known throughout the culture of sports and baseball players more so, is that if you played baseball, you could probably go and play basketball. You could probably go and play football. I see this guy. I got a slow motion video of him dunking the other day. We go and we throw the football out. We can do that. I played 3 sports in high school. I don't think that if you're a football player, you can't really go and hit a baseball. It's different. It's a little bit different. And that's not everybody, but...
And we're not disrespecting Tracy. I'm not disrespecting...
It's no disrespect.
Any basketball players. I've seen Antetokounmpo take some swings off the tee that were ugly. And I just want to say to you guys, like, look, we might not be able to get a shot off against you, but I could dribble the ball and secure the ball against you for a while. You know,
I'll get a shot.
I'll get a shot
off.
I mean, I'm going to find my way to the bucket somehow.
Oh, for sure.
But for what we're saying is that, you know, baseball players, you put them in any realm, they can compete. If you bring anybody into a baseball realm, sometimes they can look a little silly, regardless of how tough, strong, and fast and smart they are.
Right.
We're just pointing out that fact that sometimes baseball players, being multi-sport athletes, it helps you as a baseball player, because if you can do the footwork of a running back, or you have the jump shot of a Curry, or the handles of a Kyrie Irving, that will help you with your hand-eye coordination and your fielding and your hitting and your vision. All that stuff comes together. And baseball later. If you can do all these other sports, like TJ is the perfect example. Jackie Robinson, perfect example. 3-4 sport athletes, they can do it all. Doesn't matter what happens when they come into baseball, they've been training their whole life every way. And that's what matters.
I'm really good at cornhole, too, by the way.
That's actually
really good at cornhole.
I'm actually retired from cornhole. I'm just kidding. I still play every once in a while. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
That's a 4th of July game, right?
Cornhole, it is. It's an all-American game.
Get out, get your cornhole on. If you didn't play cornhole today, then shame on you. And you need to find a place that you can play cornhole.
Yeah.
And just a little quick, like, DeGrom, right? Because he was our shortstop in college.
We were talking about multi-sport guys. DeGrom came up as a shortstop.
But like not multi-sport, but like
multi-positional.
Position.
But let's be honest, the dude has hit. Okay, he's doing hitting, special. Yeah, his pitching has been special this year. I mean, like Bob Gibson special. And then he's going to go ahead and have he's 500 with runners in scoring position. He's carried his team. He has more RBIs during his games pitching than his teammates. He's like a poor man's Shohei Ohtani without the home runs, and I have to give him credit because he's hit more. He's hit more this year than I expected, and he's pitched his tail off. So hats off to DeGrom. We just want to give you love, man. You've been fun to watch. Man, oh man, it's been cool to see. Almost like an artist on the mound, you know what I mean? And we're actually going to speak now about some artistic things.
The artistic feature of the week. The artistic feature of the week is so we're gonna bring up. Can you reach? I can't. Yep. I'm not as tall as you.
Right in your face.
That's too close. It's too close. This is Baseball Card Vandals. This is their book cover, and I was fortunate to. I don't remember how I met them, but I ended up following them early on Instagram, and it's just pure silliness, madness, great. It's just fun. So basically, they take any kind of old sports card and they doctor it into saying something funny, or it's a funny. I mean,
artistry illustration on there.
It could be something so just like really, like it's just awesome. I mean, look at this one. Butt cheeks. Yes. Okay, look at this one. I mean, it's PG-13. Well, this one's okay, but this one's easy. Hold on. Look at Pop-Tart. Okay, sorry. No, for real though. This is something more like of what they do. A little saying, and then it goes into their name. When your pants so tight, you got dick lines.
I guess back in the day that was something they had to compete
And then
with.
something, simple. Lips. I bought these. They're just so easy.
Oh, they're
but
hilarious.
they had their book release here. Baseball card Vandals. It's Beau and Bryan Abbott.
And they've been
they're
to both of our
brothers.
shows or one of our shows?
They've been to they were
One
featured
show.
at one
Yeah,
show.
one show.
But they had their book release here, and they have all of their stuff in this book. Beau and Bryan Abbott, they're hilarious. They're geniuses. I think they're graphic designers, and they do other stuff. But they kind of nailed it on the head with just the silly and absurdness of the sports cards and how you can twist the names.
I like how they take kind of like a slapstick approach to artistic, illustrations of baseball players, and they either sensationalize them a little bit, make them funnier, or they put something in there that might be inappropriate. It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
No, they're great. So check them out. They used to put up, I think they were saying they used to put up like 3 new Instagram posts a day, and I don't know if they're still keeping up with that, but they do put up stuff frequently, and it's hilarious. It's like, what is it, lowbrow humor.
Yes,
it's a bunch of fart jokes.
Exactly.
But
Slapstick
awesome.
comedy.
Beau and Bryan, we miss you guys. Hope we can see you at our next art show.
We'll have one here this year for sure, guys.
Absolutely.
Believe it. Now, with this spotlight
Wait, should we do?
Is it time?
It's time.
It's time.
We need to.
We need to announce it.
So we had a giveaway, and
Last show, if you guys watched.
If you watched, and if you don't watch,
That's okay.
It's okay. But
still
you're
love it.
missing out on stuff, dude.
Gear, equipment.
Just so you know, episode 5, I'm doing a big prize box. It's a mystery box.
And this is all surprise to me, so
I
I'm
didn't
excited
know
for you.
It's some of Ryan's stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
So
honestly,
surprise.
it's.
So,
jump
anyways, we had 2 giveaways. One was an Excuses None Doyer T-shirt. The other was this BC custom glove by Gloveworks. And I put all the people that did the requirements or what have you that were interested in the glove in the hat. And so we're gonna draw.
We have 2 T-shirt winners, but we have
Oh,
one
we have 2
glove
T-shirt
winner.
winners, and we'll be contacting
Only
you.
one glove winner.
Only
though.
glove winner, and the glove winner. Do you want to pick?
No, I want you to.
Okay. Should I do the
No,
glove?
just get in there. Don't look. Just get in there.
And the
Okay.
winner is Carter Gebhardt.
Gebhardt, huh?
Carter Gebhardt.
Congratulations.
So congrats. You win the glove. We will be contacting you, and we will be sending you the glove along with some fun stuff.
Carter, this is your brand new infield piece right here.
Lucky
Carter stamp right
Gebhardt.
there.
Wait.
On the
It says
inside.
Carter Gebhardt, a.k.a. Ryan Royster. Wait, is that your alias? Not really. Carter, congrats, man. We'll be sending this out. So
Yeah, please enjoy, Carter.
thank
we
you for
we
subscribing.
appreciate you checking
Thanks
us out,
for checking
buddy.
us out and doing all the fun requirements for the entry.
Thank you, bud.
Very cool. But
Enjoy it. All right.
you know what you could play catch with this? You know what you can use to throw and catch in the glove?
A spotlight.
A spotlight of what?
A spotlight on a very cool piece of equipment that we want to go ahead and bring into your
Should we
guys'
bring it
world. We're bringing it in right now,
All right.
guys. Final
So-
thing we want to bring into your world tonight, on the 4th of July episode, this is the Reno Aces 4th of July hat. I just bought at a tournament recently while I was coaching up in Reno. But yeah, back to what we're going to go ahead and let you guys know about right now is the Spotlight on America. The Spotlight that we want to try and show you guys
I gotta
is very
put this
close to being
together.
ready. And we're going to go ahead and play some catch with it so you guys can see it. It's our equipment highlight of the week. Okay, and the name of the company is...
The name of the
Show 'em,
company
TJ, let 'em know.
is Spark Catch.
You guys see that?
Look at this. Can
How
you tell?
amazing
Can
is
you
that
tell
thing?
that this is lit up here? All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna shift, bring this,
Yep.
and let's put it right here.
Just clip it.
Clip it.
Clip it.
And we're gonna
Clip
go
it,
ahead
clip
and
it.
come on out here. Grab some gloves. Here's what you guys don't see sometimes, right? This is what we always are looking at. Are the baseball movies posters. There's the fan that we highlighted. I'm gonna set this thing up. You can't see because we turned the lights off for this, but we're gonna check this out. I want you guys to check this out. I'm gonna set it up right here, and we're gonna go in this middle cage. We're gonna play a little catch and show you what this is all about here. All right, so check this out, you guys. We go right here in the middle. So, at night, play a little catch. Wow, that's pretty cool.
This thing is sick, huh?
So it's basically.
Let's step over here too. So let's Let's move a little, like let's get ground balls up here.
Oh, do a backhand. So this is something fun. You know, I would suggest maybe someone that might have a little bit more skill, because even still catching something in the dark is challenging.
Definitely challenging.
You might want to just, you know, make sure you know what you're doing. So, but
Turn two.
oh, I got him. Hey. So that's our featured little piece of the week.
Hang with us, guys. We're still here. We promise.
We're still here. We're going to take you back inside, show you the setup.
Spark catch. Holy cow.
Is that thing awesome or what?
What a fun toy to have for your friends in the backyard.
That's amazing. That was awesome.
Big fan, guys.
All right, everybody. So listen up. That was a fun show, man.
Man, holy cow, this thing is fun to play catch with. They used to have light up footballs as kids, but now it's light up baseballs, and man, this thing is actually worth your time. Adults, get yourself a light up bocce ball set if you don't have one. I'm trying to get one because, you know, if you want to play catch with outdoor baseball, not everybody can keep an eye on it. It's tough.
Okay? You're breathing heavy, man.
Well, I got excited.
I know you've been playing
I got
catch for like
excited.
20 seconds.
Turn two, then like came in.
Jeez, man, you did turn two though, so that could be dangerous at times.
I'm just turned up.
I'm
excited.
hey, man. Happy July 4th, you guys. We appreciate you tuning in, subscribing, liking, commenting. It's very helpful. We here at Baseball Central, we're in a fight for our freedom as well, as far as like staying alive. So we can definitely use your support. Come on in, hit some baseballs in the batting cages.
Say hi.
Check in with us. Check in. But follow
Share
us.
some comments if you want about our show. We'll take any feedback. We'd love to hear, guys.
We know we're amateurs. We don't know what we're doing, but we love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Check us out on Instagram, Baseball Central. On Instagram, Excuses None. And then you'll find obviously Ryan and myself kind of floating around in those realms as well.
Happy 4th of July, guys.
Happy 4th of July, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in.
Take care. Peace.
We need to watch.